Hello everyone, and welcome to my first real upload in a fairly long time, and it's a pretty cool run I did a while ago, Sauda Anti-Bloon on RAVINE. This run showcases some really underrated towers on RAVINE, those towers being Juggernaut and Moab Shove. These two towers are insanely good on RAVINE, especially when paired together. And yeah, I'll be showcasing them a lot throughout this video. I already got my Juggernaut here on 36, and even on 36 you could see it's a little bit silly. On the left side there, it kind of just bounces in the bridge a bunch, deleting literally anything ceramic and below just in one shot. It's a little stupid, like there especially, a little damaged ceramic, instantly dead, and knocked back to the front. It's kind of insane. And the ceramic control is also pretty good late game as well, while also just soloing every single mid-game Bloon on the entire side. Oh, and it also snipes the bottom lane on odd rounds, which is pretty funny. 'So this super is going to eventually become my Anti-Bloon, obviously, and I go with the bottom cross path here, I think for fairly obvious reasons. The knockback self-synergizes a lot, and the camo is very nice to have because it'll make me not have to spend on extra camo detection later. So yeah, very nice. '64 is probably the first good showcase of what Shove does on this map. Because of how RAVINE works, it kinda lets you just push every single blue Moab onto the right lane, which is a little stupid because it lets you completely trivialize difficult rounds like 64 and 92 because it pretty much just turns them into a single lane map. It's insane. Oh yeah, you might also be wondering why I'm moving Shove away here. I kinda just wanted to speed up the mid game a little bit since I know my other towers can handle it without Shove help. So, yeah. '81 was the first real round of this entire run, and even though it's very dense BFBs, Shove is still insanely good here, because it pretty much just lets you deal with one lane completely, and then deal with the other lane after. Oh, and then stall all of your abilities back for 82. 82 was also quite difficult, because I needed to pop a little bit of the right side while stalling out the left side so I could get as much as possible in one Tech Terror ability, which was a lot easier said than done. This round took like a few tries. This round was pretty hard even on the redo, which was kind of silly. Those two fortified BFBs were the hardest part of the round right there. This setup just can't deal with like anything fortified, which is kind of bad. And obviously the usual shove stall just to get all of my abilities back. Except Tech Terror, which I didn't need for 83 anyway. 84 was a bit weird because I had to buy a Moab glue mid-round, except I couldn't buy it before the round started, because if I bought it before the round started, it would not allow the shove trick to work properly, the trick where I just put everything onto one lane, because of course you can do that. So yeah, I had to buy it mid-round so that it would only glue the BFBs. And yeah, this round was kind of difficult just because it kind of relied on Tech Terror to be targeting the correct side, which it very often did not do. And Jug also needed to knock back Sarams a lot. And even then, I kind of just had to get a bit lucky that Sarams would actually pop, time Tech Terror, and after that, pretty easy. '87 was a little tricky because I had to pop the entire round with a single Tech Terror ability. That's because I needed Sword Charge for the start of 88, and Sword Charge is the only ability that lets me completely solo the Moab wave. Oh yeah, Sauda's also pretty good on Ravine. I think she's very underrated on this map, because she just has a good spot for her main attack. And Sword Charge also just does that occasionally, so that's cool. 92 was actually the hardest round of the run, and it's like not even that close. Pretty much, I needed to use the shove trick to put everything, literally everything, on one side, which does not happen very often, and even with that, I needed to do very good ability timing just to make sure I got the most value out of my abilities that I could. So yeah, I needed to use shove to put quite literally everything on the right side, which is, I don't know why you can do that. Ravine just became a single lane map for one of the hardest rounds, or what would be one of the hardest rounds with this setup. And then Tech Terror just deletes it. 93 was also a bit tricky. Not as bad as 92 though, so yeah. Round 94 here was also a little bit tricky, because I had pretty much exactly enough money to where if I used a single Tech Terror ability, I could get the Anti-Bloon, which I definitely would not be able to beat this round without, because pretty big power spike, I'd say. Also, this is by far the earliest that Anti-Bloon has ever been purchased on any true expert chimps. It's a whole, I think, 2 rounds earlier than any other time it's been done, so that's pretty cool. So now that I have Anti-Bloon afforded, which costs over $100,000, you'd think the rest of the game would be pretty easy. And if you thought that, you'd be absolutely right. It was pretty easy. '98 was a little tricky though, because I did need to pop a little bit of the round, because I couldn't get all of the round with one Anti-Bloon ability while still getting a stall. So yeah, I did need to pop a little bit of the round. But yeah, just one little ability and boom, the entire screen is gone. '99 and 100 actually did have a little bit of difficulty to them, because I did actually have to black border them so I could get an Anti-Bloon ability crit for round 100. This wasn't needed for any other round, only round 100. I needed to get this one stall right over here. And there is just barely enough track length on Ravine to get 2 Anti-Bloon abilities, so I had to do that. It was like, there is a window of like a few frames to do it. It's not that difficult to pull off, but it wasn't fun to retry that over and over again. But yeah. And with that, boom. I had completed Sauda Anti-Bloon on Ravine with $33,000 spare, which is pretty good. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a nice rest of your day, and goodbye.